Welcome. In this episode, we'll take a closer look at cyber incident investigations using an example of a criminal campaign that took place in 2024. Investigations are necessary to identify the attackers and their methods, as well as to prevent future cyber attacks. The CoralRaider malware campaign, which was detected by Cisco Talos, has been ongoing since at least February 2024. Three well-known information theft programs are being spread: CryptBot, Luma C2, and Radamanthus. We'll look at the Cisco Talos investigation and find out how the experts identify cybercriminals and discover their methods. The current attack has several overlaps in tactics, techniques, and procedures (TTPs) with the activity of the CoralRaider RodBot campaign. In particular, because the initial attack vector is a Windows shortcut file, intermediate PowerShell decryption and payload download scripts, and the FOD helper method are used to bypass user access controls on victims' computers. A Windows shortcut file, also known as a link file, is a shortcut to a file, folder, or program in Windows operating system. It contains a link to a real object and allows users to quickly access that object directly from the desktop, taskbar, or start menu. A payload is a part of a malicious program that performs malicious actions on an infected system. It can perform a variety of functions such as encrypting data, destroying information, communicating with external servers to receive additional instructions or download additional malware, and attacking the network or other systems. On Windows, FOD Helper is a service that is responsible for managing features. It allows users to easily install, uninstall, or activate additional operating system features as needed. On-demand features include a variety of components such as administrator tools, graphical user interfaces, language packs, and more. The PowerShell script did not appear in any public repository or article indicating that the threat actor developed these scripts. An analysis of the PowerShell argument embedded in the link file has shown that such arguments are not popular and are likely specific to the attacker and the campaign. A PowerShell argument is data or values that are passed as parameters when executing a script or commandlet in the PowerShell. Arguments allow you to change the behavior of scripts and commandlets, making them more flexible and customizable. Thus, by analyzing these arguments, Cisco Talos learned that the attacker was in fact CoralRaider. The victims of the CoralRaider malicious campaign were users from many countries, including the United States, Nigeria, Pakistan, Ecuador, Germany, Egypt, the United Kingdom, Poland, the Philippines, Norway, Japan, Syria, and Turkey. The affected users downloaded files disguised as movie files via their browsers. Thus, it was a large-scale attack on users in various business verticals and geopolitical regions. The company discovered that the attacker used a content delivery network cache to store malicious files on the network's edge host, avoiding request latency. A content delivery network cache, or CDN, is a distributed network of servers that are located in different geographical areas to efficiently deliver content to end users. The main goal of a CDN is to provide fast and efficient access to content such as images, videos, audio files, CSS and JavaScript files for users from all over the world. That means CoralRaider uses the CDN cache as a download server to bypass cyber defenses. Talos found that the criminal campaign actors uses multiple C2 domains, command and control domains, are domains used by attackers to control viruses, trojans, or other malware that infect computers or networks. Attackers typically establish communication with C2 servers to send instructions, receive data, or send commands from infected systems. DNS queries to these domains indicate that the campaign is still ongoing. The infection chain starts when the victim opens a malicious shortcut from a zip file. Most likely, an attacker sends malicious links to victims via phishing emails. The shortcut file contains an embedded PowerShell commandlet that launches a malicious HTA file. The HTA file executes an embedded script to avoid detection and bypass user access controls. Eventually, the script launches one of the payloads: CryptBot, Luma C2 or Radamanthus. Talos found that the CoralRaider attacker used 3 known information stealing programs in this campaign: CryptBot, Luma C2 and Radamanthus. These programs are aimed at stealing system, login and browser data, cryptocurrency wallets, and financial information. CryptBot is a typical information stealer that targets Windows system. It was discovered by G-Data in 2019. However, Cisco Talos has now discovered a new variant of CryptBot that has some innovative features. It's equipped with various techniques that prevent the malware from being analyzed. Unlike the old version of the program, the new one still tries to steal password management application databases and information about authenticator apps. Also, the new CryptBot knows that target applications in the victim's environment may have different versions and their database files may have different extensions. Meanwhile, the notorious information stealer Luma C2 is trying to collect information from victims' computers. It has already been confirmed that this program has been sold on the black market for years. For this attack, which was detected in 2024, the attacker modified the capabilities of Luma C2 and masked the malware using a specific algorithm. Cisco Talos analysis revealed that each of the attacker's 9 servers use different keys to encrypt C2. The first step of Luma C2 at the penetration stage is to connect to the C2 server. The malware will exit the process if it does not receive an OK message in response from any of the 9 C2 servers. The second step is to steal information from the infected computers. The basic stealing functionality is the same as in previous versions, with the addition of the targeted victim's credentials. Another ransomware is Radamanthus, a well-known information stealer that appeared in advertisement for an underground forum in September 2022. And on February 15, 2024, a new version of this program was released, 060. However, the Radamanthus variant involved in this attack is still 050. The ransomware uses a Python file, which is a text file containing program code in the Python programming language. Once the file is executed, the Python script loads the Radamanthus malware in 2 stages. The first stage is a simple Python script that replaces the binary code from 0 to 9 and decodes the second stage. In the second stage, the Python script uses Windows API to allocate a block of memory and inject the Radamanthus malware into the process. Thus, while investigating various attacks and analyzing the malware that was hidden in the files disguised as movies, Cisco Talos learned that CoralRaider was carrying out criminal activities using CryptBot, Luma C2 or Radamanthus ransomware.